Well, welcome to the next episode of the Belvr podcast. I'm here with my guy JT today. Kind of just wanted you to introduce yourself, kind of tell your story, and see what your journey has been from when you were younger till now.
Yeah, my name is JT. I haven't seen Kamar in 13 years, so it's crazy to see him right now.
Facts.
I am an IT major. I went to Georgia Southern University, and I started my life in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I moved to Georgia in 2010, and when moving to Georgia, it was because my mom wanted to relocate from her job, and from there, I was scared because I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life and everything of that sort because I was such a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving to Georgia has been like such a fundamental part of my life because from there I was able to explore what I really wanted to do, which was tech. And, you know, get to know people, making friends, volunteering, going through different schools, trying to navigate life in its own. So I'm really blessed to be here now. Right now I work at an IT company. I live in Nashville, Tennessee now. I'm relocating back to Georgia in 2026, which is this year. It's next month, actually. But I'm excited to be here.
I appreciate you for coming. And then, so my fiance is from Indiana. So what was Fort Wayne, right? And she's from that kind of area. What was that like for you when you were growing up?
Yeah, so Fort Wayne for me was basically boring. I would say Fort Wayne was boring, but apparently it was the second biggest city to Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
But there was nothing to do. I know my mom's fiance always jokes about it being just cornfields, but it's true. It's really just cornfields when you pass by Indiana. But
That's true.
It's I would say more of a Lutheran approach because I was born a Lutheran in Fort Wayne, and so it was like a Lutheran town. And growing up in that town, you knew almost everybody that you came across, and our family was always known. Like my grandma, she wouldn't stop talking to anyone, so like our family was known. But it was so boring that we did have to make change and wanted to see what was out there.
No, I could definitely imagine that. Because, I mean, whenever we drove up there, you can see all you see is flat land. And you see, I saw, the wind turbines for the first time. I was bamboozled when I saw that the first time.
I know the snowstorms there be brutal and like power be shut out.
I need one of those here, though.
Yeah, literally. I want 2010 to happen again, or
yes.
2011.
Yes, but I want 12 inches of snow. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. And then, so what has living in Nashville been like? Because I know that's like a, party town, country singing town.
Yeah, so Nashville's been like a music city. Like I know Nashville's known for Music City, and it's a very diverse town, really. You meet all walks of life every day.
I can imagine.
It starts on Wednesday, ends on Monday, basically like the party central. And I live in downtown, so where I live is like maybe like a 10-minute walk to Broadway. I personally don't go on Broadway because it's too expensive, but also there's just too many people there and I just get like overstimulated. But it's been fun, like meeting a lot of people. My neighbors are like the best neighbors I've ever had. We always have a community that we build together. Some parts it can get boring or repetitive over time because then it feels like I'm back in college again. Like it feels like you got to party or like get to know people, but you have to go out to get to know people. And I do enjoy the city, but it's expensive. We don't have any income tax for our state in Tennessee, so as a result, everything's like more expensive. Like alcohol, you got to pay alcohol or liquor by the drink tax. Groceries, I'm spending like $400-$500 for a month's worth of groceries versus like in Georgia if I spent like maybe like half of that. Rent.
It's expensive here too, though.
Yeah, this economy, like this rent, like I was trying to rent in Georgia too, but rent is just high everywhere nowadays. I can't even say it's high in Nashville because I pay almost $1,900 a month, and I'm like, $1,900 a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say we pay somewhere around that too here.
Ooh,
yeah,
it's expensive.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But I do enjoy the city, though. I do. I love it. But I said it's time for me to move on back to Georgia.
So back to Georgia as in like back to the Alpharetta area? Or what part of Georgia are you thinking about moving back to?
Yeah, I'm moving back with my mom for a little bit to save money, but she lives in Buford.
Okay, so that's right down the street, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm excited because I'm starting a new life in Buford, and I'm really excited to start like a new chapter in my life. I want to like just settle in, review my budget, and get my finances in order just so that when I do get a house, she's a real estate agent as well, so I can have her walk through that process of getting me a house and settling in.
That'll be good. And then, so what has working in IT kind of been for you? And if you could tell someone that's younger that's wanting to work in IT, what would you tell them also?
Yeah, oh my goodness, I love this question actually. Working in IT is always been my favorite. Like, has always been my absolute favorite. I did that since I was a kid. Sometimes I would go to classes and, you know, teachers don't know how to get things working. And so I would help them plug it in or reset their audio system. And they just love me for that. Right now I do dental IT. So it's been it's a weird niche, but I got in from my college. I was bored. I was like, I need to find a job after college. Like, what do I do? I'm freaking out.
Yep.
And this one offered the opportunity to travel. And when I did apply, they were telling me how young I was because I was only 20 when I first applied and I got the job. And I had to get a rental car and they were scared about the fees and everything, but we got that sorted out.
That's good.
And over time, like, I think immediately, like the second week of me working there, they realized I had much more potential than just being an on-site engineer and that they wanted me to be a system engineer. So they basically promoted me within 2 months of working there because they were like, whoa, like, you are smarter than like we thought you were. Like, they wanted me to use my dental IT assets to help improve the company, which has been successful. When it came to doing IT, it's always been my passion. And so when I tell the younger generation, I was like, do something you're very passionate in. If you are very passionate at what you do, you will not hate it. Like, it feels like a lot of people think IT is money, but not all IT professions will make that money. You will have to work to get that, and that's the same for any other job. But don't sacrifice money over your passion, because if you're not passionate what you want to do, it's not going to benefit you in your favor. But if you're passionate in IT, go get for it. Go. I can't even talk today. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, you good.
Go for it. Like, go for it. Be yourself. Have a good time, and your passion will show based on your work. So your work ethic and your passion connects together to make a powerful connection. And I'm always here to mentor as well. So if you ever need anything in IT, please feel free to reach out. I'll be glad to walk you through all walks of life in IT.
That's big time. And I know you said about travel. And I saw on your Instagram you like to travel. Like, what are some of the places you've traveled, and what is your favorite place to be?
Yeah, so over the past couple of years, I've traveled for work, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It sometimes gets tiresome because of all the traveling I used to do all the time, and it was back-to-back traveling. Like, there was no opportunity for me to relax and be like, okay, Mom, I'm here for a week. But my favorite place to go when it came to travel, I would say there's a lot. I would say Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida is where they sent me one time, and I met some friends there because some of my friends did live in Florida at that time, and we met up and we had a great time. And then I just traveled to Orlando with them and just spent the week there while also working. But I've traveled to Florida, Minnesota. I would say my favorite place to go is the Mall of America in Minnesota.
Is it fun?
It's huge. You will get lost in that mall.
Okay.
And I feel like I can walk in that mall and I feel like I would be like 30 pounds lighter if I did that every day for like the next year. But it's huge. There's like roller coasters at the Mall of America, over I think 500 stores in that mall. Grocery stores, food places. It's like a big mall right next to the airport, but I never expected it to be that huge.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, because I know you remember CJ.
Yeah,
he's with the Vikings now up there, and I'm gonna go visit him. I'm definitely gonna have to check out the Mall of America.
With the Vikings?
Yeah, he's
wow.
a athletic trainer with them.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So whenever I go up there to visit them, I'm definitely gonna see what the Mall of America is talking about.
I haven't seen him forever.
Facts.
I haven't seen like my Alpharetta crew in like 13 years too.
Yep, it's been a while. It's been a while. And then, so what is one of the most important things you learned growing up?
Oh, one of the most important things that I learned growing up is to be yourself. Be authentic. Be who you are. Believe in yourself. Also, you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else can do it for you.
Thanks.
Your authenticity will show in not only your work ethic, but your professionalism, your collegiate career if you do go to college, and if not, trade school or just schooling and academics in general. Your athleticism, it shows throughout everywhere, and people look up to people. So people are going to look up to you and be like, okay, I want to lead by this example. You are the example, and now they're looking up to you to provide that example, and they might look up to you to ask you questions about everything. So when you are being yourself and authentic, there's nothing you can hide. You can just be honest, tell who you are, what your life story is, and what you can do to improve it every day, and give that same advice to someone who's younger than you.
No, I agree. And then, so what is something, if you go back and tell your younger self?
If I went back and tell my younger self, I would apologize to my younger self. I think, as a younger kid, you were always so faced with scrutiny by other people. And so you had to feel like you had to conform to their standards. But if you do, you're not being yourself at the end of the day. And you want to just show up every day and live who you are, have a great time with yourself, trying to get to learn yourself as a person. And so I want to apologize to myself for not allowing that to occur until my later ages, because it can show with like delayed development, and I do feel bad for that. But I am blessed to have walked with all walks of life and trying to understand other people and how to learn from other people as well. So I'm also blessed and thankful to had people tell me what's wrong, what's right, but also I need to tell myself what's wrong and what's right, and how to live by your own standards.
Facts. And so what would you tell someone that's kind of younger and they're kind of going through that, or going through what you kind of just explained? What would you tell them to, maybe speed up the process, or just kind of get through that part?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say get through it. How to get through a storm. You will always need to get through a storm in order to walk out and see beautiful skies. You will love to see a beautiful sky every day, right? But unfortunately, you will see that weather change into storms. And if you don't walk through the storm and you walk around it, you're not going to see the results that you might have hoped of. So if you walk through it and you take the time for yourself to self-reflect, and to just get to know who you are as a person and be patient with yourself, you will get to see the beauty out of things. Things might be harsh now because it's just society. Society itself are going to try to judge your character no matter what you do. You could be an athlete and they're going to judge you because you're not doing the best right today, or the best the next day. But at the end of the day, it's up to you how to perform and how to improve yourself. And when you do your own improvement, promise you, life is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. What is one of the most challenging moments of your life, and how did you get through it?
Wow. Can I be honest?
Be completely honest. Say whatever you want to.
Coming out as gay. I think the hardest part about that was just being judged. I think going and being authentically yourself, I didn't know who I was. People automatically assumed who I was before I knew who I was. And so for a long time, I couldn't really say who I was because people already assumed who I was. Coming out to my mom was the hardest thing for me because, everybody has that fear. Will she kick me out? Will she disown me? And I'm so blessed she hadn't did that. She actually accepted me, but it took her a while to come around because she's like, wow, I didn't know my kid was hiding this from me for such a long time, but it was like, I needed that space to tell you that. And no one else should make you feel like you have to force yourself out of the closet or to be different based on anyone else's standards. You know what you want, you know what your body is telling you. And I feel like if you do be honest with yourself and you feel like you're ready to, then do it. But it was hard because I was bullied in school, all throughout high school, middle school, sometimes elementary school, and I didn't even know. I was trying to sing my ABCs.
Yep.
And here's everybody's like, JT.
Yep.
I was like, okay. I was like, I don't even know what I want in life. But after that, people then looked up to me as an example because some people were having the same things going on with their life and they didn't know who to talk to. And I talked them through like, hey, it's going to be okay. You only know what you want and you set your own timeline. And so far, everyone who's came to me about that is happy in their life now. Like, I'm proud of them, and I always want to tell them that, like, I'm always gonna be their dad, or like their grand big, they say in stories. But I'm always gonna look up to them as well. Like, we rely on each other, and I rely on a community everywhere. I rely on friends, family support, even if they're not gay or bisexual or transgender. Just know that I'm still loving everybody for who they are, because that's how you spread that positivity in the world.
No, I agree. Hey, you gotta love everyone for who they are and the person that they are. It's not about what someone is or things like that. It's about who the person is, and just going with that person, being friends no matter what, and supporting them through anything and everything.
That's right.
Yeah, and then who is your favorite music artist?
Favorite music artist?
Because I've seen your Instagram a couple times. I see you with some country singers and things like that. I want to know who's your favorite music artist.
Favorite music artist. So yeah, I did do a lot of music videos. Nashville invited me with opportunities to do music video shootings with those, so I'm really blessed to do those. I know country is not my genre, but my favorite one has to be, wow, that's a tricky one, because I always say Drake, because I've seen him.
Me some Drizzy.
Yeah, right. I've always seen him growing up. Like, I'm proud of who he is as like an artist, but I've seen him growing up like through TV. So he's been on Degrassi, and so I've seen him when he was like Jimmy Brooks on Degrassi, being shot in the wheelchair, and I felt so bad because he was just now in the wheelchair trying to play basketball, but he couldn't really do much. But now seeing him take that acting skills into music has always been a fantastic thing, because I was like, wait, he makes music? And then his music is really good, so I always look up to him. He's a really great artist, and I do love Drake.
Yeah, I can't. I got nothing bad to say. Drake is my favorite too. Him and Youngboy.
Yeah,
NBA Youngboy.
yeah.
I love me some NBA
Youngboy.
Youngboy. I gotta say that. And then, so what is your favorite genre of music? Hip hop, or is it R&B, or is it something else?
Ooh, that's a good one, because it's a little bit of both, like hip hop and R&B.
Okay.
I know my mom is always growing up to R&B. Like she always had her Kelly Rowland. She always had her Keisha Cole on. Like, Keisha Cole was her top one all the time. R&B is always like something that touches my soul, and then hip hop is like something I always vibe with. But I would lean more towards R&B, because it feels like it's just like hitting my soul nowadays as I get older.
And so, what is your favorite R&B song? Or not your favorite. It can be just one you like a lot.
Yeah, let's see. Wow, let me think. R&B song that I do like is, I would say, dang, because I love Brandy. I love me some Brandy Norwood. I would say "What About Us" by Brandy, because I just like the beat of it. The beat just hits really differently.
I don't know if I know that song. I'm gonna have to check it out after this. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see what it is.
You'll love Brandy. Like, I love Brandy's songs through it all. Like, I love every single ounce of her song. And I also was going to choose Keisha Cole, but I was like, I need to figure out what song would I pick out of her catalog without making it sound sad.
Facts. And then, so each time someone comes on a podcast, they leave a question for the next person. The person that came before you asked, what is your biggest dream, and are you pursuing that right now? And if not, why?
Ooh, hey, great question for the person who asked. Pursuing my dream is to always be in the IT world. I want to build my business. So I want to build my IT business, and I have not started that yet, just because I need to make sure I have enough capital to start the business, but also establish the LLC and establish everything prior to starting the business. However, just because that hasn't been established does not mean I've started already doing business with people. So I've started doing business on the side and helping people, and they love the support. So I'm building that business now. I will have that finalized by like next year, I think.
That's big time.
So I'm excited about that brand, and I also want to do acting. So I've been pursuing acting. I've been doing music videos, but eventually I do want to do like reality shows on Netflix. But one of the shows that was on Netflix got pushed to Hulu, so I might audition for the Hulu one.
Okay.
And people have been dying for me to do The Circle on Hulu.
Yes. Wait, The Circle's on Hulu and not Netflix anymore?
Yeah, they just pulled it to Hulu.
I was about to say, I watched the first episode. I haven't watched anything since then. But if you're on it, let me know. I will definitely tune in.
Please.
I will definitely tune in.
I would love that. And then my question for them, for whoever comes on next, is: are you happy with what you are in life, where you are in life? If not, what do you want to do to become happy in life?
Okay. And then I'm going to ask you to answer that your own question.
Okay. So, am I happy in my life? I am. I'm in a happy relationship. It was official last night, which was great.
Congratulations.
It was like the best feeling in the world because I've never had someone who genuinely loved me. I've had people who say they do, but hasn't given that actions. But this time I feel like the actions are reciprocal. It's been a fantastic time and I'm truly happy with this person. So I'm so happy with life. Work has been good. My performance has been much better. And I couldn't ask for anything else. Like, I feel like I'm happy with life. I'm moving back to Georgia, getting reconnected with old people like you. Like, this is crazy. Like, 13 years has been a long time, but getting reconnected has been a blessing because I always want to make sure I have a community growing up. Like, even when I have children, I want to make sure my children have community and be like, oh, Uncle Kamar said this. I'm like, what did you say? But it's just giving him advice. So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I always want to have a good life for other people too, but just live happy in general.
Facts. Well, that's all the questions and stuff that I had for you. I want to open it up for any conversation you want to have, or you have any questions for me.
Yeah. What made you start this podcast?
I think just being able to, talk to people and give people a safe space, kind of tell their stories or talk about their life or whatever they have on their heart. I feel like, people hold things in and it kind of can deteriorate your mind and kind of make you upset or snap at people when you don't really mean to. And I feel like having this safe space for, to hop on and just talk with someone, kind of talk about whatever you want to talk about, your life or whatever it is you need to get off your chest, I feel like is key for people to become more at peace with who they are and more at peace with themselves and whatever's happened in the past. Because whatever's happened in the past is the past. And if you need to talk it out, you need to talk it out. But you need to leave it in the past.
That's right.
And I think that's kind of the biggest thing that I want to start with podcast, and then kind of with my brand, just kind of building that safe space for people to kind of come tell their stories, and safe space for people to kind of get help or talk with some people or see a video that helps them or things like that. So people with their mental health, I know mental health is a big thing. And people are scared to kind of, admit that they have something going on. I feel like this can be a space that people can get over that stigma and actually see that, people do go through things and it's okay to go through things, and that doesn't define you, but how you get help and how you get through that, whatever moment it is in your life, that can make you better, kind of.
That's good. I actually liked it. I see your content on Instagram, and I'm pretty happy about the content. I'm happy for you.
I appreciate it.
When I saw you out there, I was like, I hope he's still in Georgia because that'd be cool to have a podcast.
Yeah. No, I'm still here. I'm actually working at Cambridge now. I'm a special ed teacher.
Proud of you.
I appreciate it.
It's crazy that you went to Cambridge. Did you go to Cambridge High School? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm back. I coach basketball, and now I'm a special ed teacher. And then hopefully I'll teach marketing sometime.
Marketing. There you go. That's wild because I know that drive is sometimes brutal.
It's actually not been too bad from here. In the morning, it's 35 minutes. It's like 35 minutes. I don't really run into traffic. Oh. So before we lived in Swanee over there, and we had to go on McGinnis Ferry, and I worked somewhere else. And that was horrible. It took like an hour to get to work every day.
An hour?
And then when there's no traffic, it took 20 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm going to call that the Swanee nightmare.
It is. It is. McGinnis Ferry is horrible. That road in the morning when people are trying to get to work,
it's just...
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't live over on that road. I'll tell you that right now. Don't do it.
How's life been since in the past 13 years?
I mean, good. I mean, I've been through, basketball, had a lot of injuries, had 3 foot surgeries, have 2 herniated discs in my back.
Whoa.
So been through some stuff mentally with that, and going through that, and but had to choose not to go play professionally, so I could be able to move, and hopefully in the future whenever we have kids, be able to play with my kids and things like that, and just be able to play. And I still play for fun, but I can, but I don't want to go play professionally because I don't want to hurt myself anymore.
That's right.
And I don't want to put myself mentally through that anymore. But no, life's been good. I can't complain. Other than that little period of time where being hurt and having to fight through that and play and things like that. Ever since I would say that I got to meet my fiance, so that everything's worked out. And then now life's starting to get in order. Trying to figure out what I feel like my calling is, and I feel like being a teacher and coaching is kind of what, and my brand is kind of what I'm here to do, kind of what God's plan is, and so I'm starting to be at peace and kind of understand, basketball playing professionally wasn't what I was brought here to do. So life's good. I can't complain.
Proud.
I can't complain. I cannot complain.
Proud of you. When you saw you got engaged, I was like, oh snap.
Yeah. It was nerve wracking, but I mean, I knew she wasn't going to say no, but it's just the fact of doing it.
That's good. I'm really happy for you too.
Yeah,
like
no,
I always want to check in on people. Like even if I haven't seen them in a while, I always want to check in, make sure everybody's good, because eventually I'm gonna see y'all again soon, and I'm like, this is the perfect moment.
Facts.
Like, when I was driving here, I was like, I haven't seen Kamar 13 years. How crazy is that to even sound like? I said, Mom, check this out. She's like, no way.
Yeah. No, it's been some. At one point, I did have some TikTok followers and things like that. So I did that for a second, and now trying to that's over with though.
Okay.
But now it's trying to build this and everything like that. But no, can't complain, man. How about you over the last 13 years? How's your life been?
Woo! It's been crazy because like after Hopewell in 7th grade, my mom, we were looking for houses because we had 2 options: move to Florida for her job, relocation again, or she gets laid off. And so she was working for a big telecommunications company since I was born. And that was the reason why we moved to Georgia, is because they were merging in with a different telecommunications company, or they were buying out the Fort Wayne assets in Indiana. And so we had an option. We could either move to Georgia, or she has to pay back her MBA degree. And I was like, Mom, not the MBA degree. You better move to Georgia. And so she was like, we're going on a spring break trip. And that's when I found out we were moving to Georgia. And so from that point forward, after 7th grade, when she got another offer to relocate to Lake Mary, Florida, she was like, okay, do I risk this again to move my kids and us to Florida and start over again? Or do I make the executive decision to stay in Georgia, but I lose this job? And so my brother, he was crying to her basically. I don't know whether or not he really was, but he made the elective decision. Like, he made the whole general decision because he didn't want to move. I didn't care where we go. I was like, I'm just vibing at the Ritz-Carlton in my brain. And so she decided she will get laid off, but she got a nice severance package, I think, and I hope. But she got laid off, and we moved to Beaufort. So I've been here since, versus like Nashville, but I've been here since. And I went to Jones Middle School for the 8th grade year. They didn't have French, so I lost French, because now I can still speak French, and I'm still learning more French now. But I went to Mill Creek, and then I transferred to Lanier High School. It's been fun. Like, Lanier was my favorite high school I've been to, because they actually have teachers that actually want to learn. And I'm not throwing shade at Mill Creek, by the way, but it's just I had teachers that weren't the best in teaching me what I wanted to do at Mill Creek, but Lanier was like really catered towards you, and they really wanted you to learn. So I liked that school. And then college time came, and I was like, oh, what college do I want to go to? And so my mom tried to convince me to go to Georgia Tech. Georgia State, she basically told me, you will never step foot in Georgia State.
Hey, I don't like, I couldn't do that either.
Yeah, she was like, don't step foot in Georgia State, because she works nearby Georgia State, and she's like, I just don't want you or anything to happen to you. But they didn't have my major. None of them did. Columbus State didn't have it. I wanted to do something in-state so I could get in-state tuition. Out of state, I wanted to do out of state too, but some of them didn't even offer IT as a program. And when some did, they were trying to pivot towards computer science.
Okay.
And that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do more so networking, break fix IT, Windows operating systems, Macintosh, all of that core things and what IT is made of. And Georgia Southern happened to have that major, exactly what I wanted to do. So I submitted my SAT, ACT scores to them before I even applied. And they sent a mail. I was like, hey, we have your scores. Do you want to apply? And so I was already early admitted. Like,
that's big time.
Early admitted to Georgia Southern. And I was still trying out other colleges because I got accepted to NYIT, which is New York Institute of Technology. With that same major, they were offering me a half a ride scholarship. And I was like, half? I'm gonna need a full ride scholarship in order to afford New York, but also that college as well, because it was like $100,000 a year.
Jesus.
And I was like, $100,000?
That's crazy.
That's like an LC 500 every year. And I was like, at that point, I might as well just buy me a Lexus. So I was choosing between so many colleges I wanted to go to, and then Georgia Southern was my final decision because I went in there, beautiful city. There's nothing to do in Statesboro. Well, back then, now there's a lot of things to do with the development of Georgia Southern's like other campuses that they're building up there. But doing IT there, going to see the scenery, I was like, oh, this is my college. And I graduated magna cum laude.
Big time.
I graduated a year earlier than I was supposed to. I was supposed to graduate in 23, but I graduated in 22. It's been a blessing because the job market was okay right then at that time. And then the year after and beyond, it's like, okay, the job market is getting a little bit risky. So I had to lock in right then and there. But yeah, that was... that's just my life since. Well, no, actually, I moved to Nashville. I forgot. I moved to Nashville a year after I graduated college. I wanted a year to like stack up money from work, but I told my mom, I was like, I want to explore something different, something weird. And I told her, I was like, I want to move to Nashville. And she was like, out of all places, why Nashville, Tennessee? And I was like, I honestly don't know. She doesn't even talk like that. I just like think that Nashville, Tennessee accent. Excuse me. She told me, why Nashville? Like, I don't think that's your vibe. And I was like, I don't have a certain vibe I'm looking for. I'm looking just to see if I can make it out there by myself, if I ever decided to move to a new city and a new state. And so Nashville was like the place where my job was trying to relocate me, but they were not going to pay for my relocation. So I had to pay like $20,000 to relocate myself. And it was, although expensive, it's been a riveting experience. Like, it's been so fun. Met my neighbors and everything, and I had a great time with them. But I also started to realize I can't continue to afford Nashville at this rate. I feel like I will either go bankrupt if I continue to afford Nashville continuously, because the rates are going up. And I was like, okay, I need to cut out something in my budget, and one of that is rent. So I'm going to move back home in September, and I'm really excited to just save more money and then explore possibilities of just buying a property.
No, that'll be good. That'll definitely be good. I was about to say, also, I forgot, I actually finished my degree early also at Mercer. I got my sports marketing analytics degree with a minor in management in 3.5 years, and then I got my MBA in a year and a half.
You got an MBA too? Okay, master.
Yeah, trying.
You got the master. You mastered that degree.
Yeah, sure did. So no, it was fun. It's fun but challenging experience.
That's good. What did you learn more in your master's? Did you feel like it was easier than your bachelor's?
Some moments were, some moments weren't. I'd say there's some parts that were easier because I also was being able to do what I chose to do, instead of some of the elective classes that I didn't necessarily want to do in college.
Yeah.
But no, I'd say there was moments that were easier, and there were definitely moments that were harder.
Okay. Look at that. Okay. I know. Is it required to write papers in your master's program?
Yes. Yes. Thankfully, I'd be able to write my papers and have my fiance look over them and make sure my grammar was right. Because I am not a big grammar person. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. I didn't even know you went to Mercer. I might have forgot that you went to Mercer.
Yeah, I went to Mercer, and then I went to Western Carolina for my grad year. Okay.
Yeah. You graduated your master's last year, is that right? Or 2 years ago?
3 years ago?
3.
2024?
As y'all can tell,
2
I'm
years
old.
ago.
We're old.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm still young.
You know what's crazy? My job, I'm the youngest in my job. And so my boss, she calls me a baby. She's like, you don't know what VCR is? I was like, I grew up with VCR.
People act like we don't
We don't know anything.
know anything. I'm like,
You
I
don't
still
know
remember
DVD.
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
I actually going to there when there was one in Alpharetta, downtown Alpharetta.
Yeah, I remember that. Red box, all that.
I ain't that young.
Yeah.
But I'm also not that old. It's like right in the middle.
I bet your fiance remembers Hollywood, which is like Hollywood videos, Hollywood games, where like you can rent out the same way like Blockbuster could, but Hollywood was like in Indiana.
I'm gonna have to ask her. Because I don't know if I know that. I don't think I do.
Oh, that was iconic, but they shut down as soon as like Netflix started coming out, and now here we are with like 6 million streaming services. I'm like,
Yep.
I can't afford all this.
Oh no, we got Netflix chilling with that.
Oh my goodness.
I refuse to get Paramount Plus. Refuse.
Oh yeah, I was like, if I have to get Paramount Plus, I might as well get Walmart Plus to pair it with Paramount.
Exactly. But if you have any more questions or anything else you want to talk about?
I just want to say I appreciate being on this podcast with you.
I appreciate you for coming.
I love you all. Y'all deserve nothing but the best, and I'm proud of every one of y'all. So keep killing it out there.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you for joining, and always here to support you, man.
Hey, I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. But no, I appreciate you for coming, man.
Yeah, of course.